Assalamualaikum and good evening. So we will wait for our audience for 2 minutes. Assalamualaikum and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. So welcome to our seminar on topic guiding your team to thrive under pressure, leadership strategies for challenging times. I am Shahira Azmin. It is my pleasure to be your moderator for this seminar tonight. First of all, this is a reminder to all the participants in the YouTube live to don't forget to click the registration link in the comment section and register for this seminar because 3 lucky participants will be selected at the end of this seminar to win our cash giveaway from us. So without wasting any time, I would like to introduce you to our honorable speaker, uh, Associate Professor Dr. Wan Marzuki bin Wan Jaafar. Assalamualaikum, Doctor. How are
Waalaikumsalam.
you?
Alhamdulillah.
Can you say hi to the camera?
Okay, hi everyone.
Okay. Before we begin, I would like to briefly introduce you to our honorable speaker. So, with over more than 20 years of experience, Dr. Wan Marzuki has served in various of leadership roles, including as the lecturer, researcher, and also counselor. So, and now Dr. Wan Marzuki is the Dean of the Faculty of Educational Studies in University Putra Malaysia. He has worked extensively with both students and professionals and helping them to navigate with the complexities of leadership and thriving in high pressure environment. So, ladies and gentlemen, please join me to give a warm welcome to our honorable speaker, Associate Professor Dr. Wan Marzuki bin Wan Jaafar. Doctor, now the
Okay.
floor is yours.
Okay, thank you very much, Shahira. So, Alhamdulillah. So, thank you for joining us today. So today, I would like to share and discuss with all of you uh, about the how we can guide the team to thrive under pressure. Okay, especially with the effective leadership strategies that tailored for the challenging times. Of course, if we discuss about leadership and also what we call the thriving under pressure, it means not just surviving challenges, but excellencing the despite them. So that's why leadership in these moments become the differentiators between success and failures. So in these sessions, it's around 30 to 40 minutes. In these sessions, we will explore the actionable strategies to ensure your teams remain strong, your teams can achieve remarkable outcomes. Okay, so that is the main point. So if we discuss about the what we call the understanding pressure, okay, one more thing is pressure is of course when we discuss about pressure, okay, pressure is inevitable in any organizations. So economic challenges, for example, emotional strains, for example, and resources constraints. So, of course, we have to see all these things to make sure that our organization continue to perform. So, by dissecting these factors, of course, we can build strategies uh, to transform stress into an opportunity for growth. So, when we discuss about the leaderships, okay, leadership is one thing is about the uh, to empower peoples. It's one, yeah. When we talk about leadership, is to empower peoples. When we talk about leadership, it's about inspire people. Okay, and then we talk about leadership is about lead change. We want to lead people to make change to be a betterment. Okay, and then of course leadership is also what we call the shared vision. Okay, so that is the most important thing. And then of course when we talk about leaderships, and then the most important thing we have to understand about the leadership skills. Okay, so leadership skills are the abilities and competencies that person use to guide, person use to influence and inspire others towards a common goals. So that's why what we can conclude that leadership skills encompasses a range of capabilities, including decision making, including communications, empathy, as well as strategic planning. So effective leaders utilize these skills to motivate their teams. One, to motivate their teams. The second one is to manage resources, and then to drive organizational success. So of course, these skills can be innate or learned, and they are critical for any roles where one is expected to lead a group. Okay, so of course, to make sure our organization is success, and then we have to have the certain skills to be a leader. So I want to share with all of you, with all our audience today, is about 10 skills, strategic skills that leaders must have. One is about the what we call the strategic thinking. So strategic thinking is very important for the leaders. Okay, so strategic thinkings, we might want to make sure that as a leaders, we have the possibilities to things to manage things, especially when we work under pressure, the resources constraint and so on. Okay, so that's why leaders should have a positive thinking. Is about, and as well as the what we call the forward thinking. If it's about the forward thinkings, and then of course the second skills that leadership that leaders to have is about the communication skills. So communication skill is the most important parts in terms of leading, because one things uh, we want our team to understand what is our visions. That's why we need leaders who have a clear visions. That's why one term that we can I can share here is about if you can dream it, you can do it. So the leaders have to have the ability to vision something, to dream the big things. Okay, so that is the most important parts in terms of leadership skills that we have to have. So the communication skills also including what we call the empathic understandings. Okay, to make sure that we have our teams that can follow us. Of course, we have to understand our teams. So if we understand um, our teams understands our visions, our goals, and then we can work together to make sure the organization will be the successful organizations. Okay. And then the third one is about the ability about the strategic planning. So as a leaders, okay, we have to have the ability to do a good strategic planning. So we have to work together, and of course, leaders, they have their aim, they have their own goals, as well as they can have the ability to bring the organizational goal, the organization goals. Okay, so of course, any organization cannot be successful without the teamwork of our of the team. So we need a support, a full support from the teams. And then the most important thing also is about the what we call uh, the key result, the outcomes. Some people say the key performance driven or key performance index and so on. That's why uh, what we do is the ability we have to have uh, the tools that we can measure the success. Okay, we have to have the clear objective of the organizations, the goals, the objective, and then what is the strategy the strategy that we are going to do to make sure that our organization can be very successful. Okay, and then of course, the other thing is about the what we call the awareness. So everyone's in the organization have to aware about the aims, the goals of organization. So if everyone in the organizations, okay, or the majority staff or people in organization, they understands what organization is going on. Of course they can contribute, so everyone have to contribute to the successful organization. Okay, so that's why we call leaders. Leaders is about to influence people, to work together to achieve the goals of organization. Okay, and then beside that, uh, trust and reliability is also important. Okay, so how to develop trust? So if you want to lead, that that is the most important things. The confidence of the team members is very important towards the so leaders have to have the ability to make sure that people trust them. Okay. And then this is on not only we have the strategic planning. If we have a planning, but we don't have the ability to execute, it cannot be successful. So the ability to execute is about the execution is also very important to make sure that the organization success. And then the most important is also to make sure the successful is a remain and so on. The integrity part is very important. Okay, the integrity, the honesty, the sincerity of the team members is also very important to make sure organization success. And then the ability to manage. Okay, management is also important. That's why the skill that leaders have to have is about the management skill. How to manage people, how to manage resources, how to fully utilize resources, and then that is what we call uh, uh, the key factors is contribute to the successful organization. Okay, so that is how the strategic leadership. So we can also conclude that in terms of when we talk about the strategic leadership, is about the clear vision. So leaders have to have a vision, a big vision, a clear vision, and also the a good planning. So the planning have to in line with the visions of the organization. And then of course we have to the strategic system. We also have to have the ability to encourage unity, because to make sure that organization is stable, the uh, the collaborative work, this is very important. Okay, so there is a few things when we talk about it's about leadership. It's about leadership, and then how we can do the strategic the strategic things to make sure that uh, our organization will remain and then will be successful. So that's why how the question is how we want to develop the strategic leaderships. Okay, so of course to develop the strategic leadership is about the capacity building. Okay, so leaders, some leaders is born, but some leaders can be developed. We can learn to be a good leaders. We have to learn from the past strategic leaderships, maybe in terms of skill in communicating, the skill in convincing. This is very important. Okay, because what I said before, leadership is about is to influence people to make sure that they believe you, they trust you, they trust your vision and so on. So that's why in terms of leadership capacity building also, it's about the how we want to develop the ability about the strategic thinking, the ability about the strategic planning, and then the ability about the strategic management, as well as capacity building. Okay, so there is a few things that we can say how when we talk about leadership, about leadership, and then the last things that we that I can conclude is about how to become a strategic leaders. Okay, so the strategic leaders, okay, that we can conclude is about they have a strategic thinking. Okay, what is the strategic thinking? Okay, so strategic thinking is about to how the leaders can understand the complex relationship between the organization as well and its environment. Okay, how we can do things, how we want to manage things in the strategic way. And then of course after we have a strategic thinking, the strategic leaders have to have the ability about the strategic acting. So we have to take the decisive action consistent with the strategic direction of the organization. And then last one is about the strategic influencing. So the strategic influencing is about the builds the commitments to the organization's directions by inviting others to the strategic strategic process. This is how what we call the skills, the characters, the characteristic that we need to make sure that we have a great leaders, also what we call the strategic leaderships. Okay, as well as the other thing is about the when we talk about the strategic leadership also, the leaders, what I already mentioned before, the ability to handle crisis and so on, including so because in terms of handling crisis also, we have at least two ways. Either you want to handle it using the confrontations, or you want to handle it using the diplomations. Okay, so we can choose. So if you ask me, I would like to use the diplomations because I believe diplomation is the best way to handle the, especially in terms of crisis intervention. Okay, so and then of course what I already mentioned before, to be a strategic leaders, we have the characteristic about the positivities. It's a positive leaders, forward thinking, the abilities to look at the as a clear vision, so we can lead the organization to be more successful. And then the most important things also, to make sure that our organizations moving forward, we have to remain focused. Focus is very important in terms of leading. So one is to remain focused, and then the most important things also, the characteristics as a leadership, as a leaders also, is about the persistence. The persistence, leaders have to be consistent, and then the most important thing also, leaders have to be optimistic. Optimist. So any issues, okay, any challenge, we can change the problems to the opportunities. So in life, of course, there is a lot of challenge that everybody have to face, but how we can change the challenge that we handles towards the opportunities. Okay, so that's why some people say it's of course, you want to achieve something, of course, you have to do a lot of things. People say no pain, no pain. Eh? Then, of course, everyone's, you want to success, of course, you have to work very hard, you have to work smart. Okay, it's about, if you ask me, I can say it's work for life. Yeah, it's a work for life. You have to do things to make sure get a better life. So there is a few things. Maybe the first part that I can share with all of you here. Hope you can take a few tips to make sure in terms of to make sure that we can be a good leaders. We can be a great leader. Thank you very much.
So doctor, I have a question. They're saying pressure makes perfect. Pressure makes diamond. It suggests that challenges and stress can lead to significant growth and success. So I want to ask doctor, do you agree with this perspective, especially in context of
Okay. In the context of leadership, or in the context of our life also, if you we have we if we don't have any issues, so we just doing thing. Okay. So if you have some people say, if you have issues, if you have problems, so you keep your mind works. So if your mind works, you can find a new solution, okay, for a betterment, for a better life. So for me, a challenge is good. If you have, if you don't have a problems, you don't find a new solution. Okay, so that's why we need some problems to make sure we keep thinking.
Okay,
That's right.
thank you so much, Doctor, for those insightful strategies. So now we will open the Q&A session. So for those participants who want to ask any question, you can write in the comment section.
maybe while we are still waiting for the comments or questions. Okay, I want to share something what we call the leadership's resilience. We as a leaders we have to have a resilience. So what I can say is about resilience leadership is built on the emotional intelligence, adaptability, and decisiveness. It is about the to ensure your team have the ability to have a deep connection as well as the adaptability to prepare you for the unexpected. So the decisiveness propels your team forward with confidence. Okay, so as a leaders, we have to have the characteristic what we call the highly resilient. So the ability to bounce back. If you have any issues, if you have any problems, so you can manage it faster. Yeah. So there is the quality as a leader, including the students leaders. Okay.
Uh, I will read the book. All right, the first question, Doctor. From Zaskia Sabrina AP. Okay. Can you share to us a specific challenging situation that you face as a leader and how you manage?
Okay. Sabrina, okay. So thank you very much, Sabrina, for the questions. Of course, when you go for the new organization, especially, okay, number one is about to build the trust. Okay, okay. Because in organization you cannot work alone. You have to work by your team. So the first one that we have to manage is about to do the connection, which the what we call if you are top leaders, to do the connection with your subordinate. So to, in order to do the connection, is about to develop the trust. Okay, so if that is the early challenge. So you need times to develop the trust. After you can develop the trust, it's only you can move your organization uh, better and faster to achieve the organization goal. If not, if you cannot develop trust with your peoples, of course, it is difficult to bring your organization to be successful. Okay.
Okay. For the next question, um, what strategies you found effective in supporting your team during difficult times? From Juicy. Yeah.
Okay. Of course, we when we discuss about the leadings, when discuss about human beings, everyone here is human beings, right? They have their own feelings, they have their own emotion, and so on. Okay, so that's why, especially during difficult times, you have to support your team. You have to understand. You have to be empathy about your teams, because sometimes, even though we have our goals, but of course, leading is not 1 plus 1 is equal to. So the creativity, understanding your people is very important. Caring to your people is very important. So when the connections, the emotional connections between leaders and as well as subordinate, so they will work with you. This is more sincere, so they can work well with the to make sure that the organization achieve their goals that we set up the goals together.
For the last question from Hadi, what decision making frameworks do you recommend others to facing uncertainty?
Okay. Of course, Zuhdi, thank you very much. Okay, so of course, there is when we face a problems or we face the difficulties. Of course, there is no perfect decision that we can do, but what we can do is about the best solutions during that times. The best solution. So of course, one the most simple tip is about you can do the SWOT analysis. Okay, when you want to do the decision, you have to find uh, the multiple solution, and then you have to do the at least the very basic thing is about the SWOT analysis, what we call the what is the strengths, what is the weaknesses, what is the opportunity, what is the threat, and so on. So what goods, what is bad, and so on. So when you explore every single things, so you have to have what is the best solutions during that time. Maybe this is not the best solution in other times, but during that time. So the analysis of the solution is very important. So you can see the positive things, the positive impact, as well as the risk. Maybe that you have to ready if the solution that you take is not success. So that's why in terms of leadership, leaders is always ready in terms of uncertainty, right?
Right. So, before we conclude, we have a special moment. We would like to present a plug to our honorable speaker, Dr. Wan Marzuki, in appreciation for his insightful and valuable strategies he just shared just now. So,
You have to.
um, thank you, Dr. Wan Marzuki, for your valuable insights. And thank you to all the participants for and the engaging questions. And this concludes our seminar today on guiding your team to thrive under pressure, leadership strategies for challenging times. We hope you found this two-day session informative and inspiring. After
Yeah.
this, we will have our last session, which is our cash giveaway session. So I hope all the participants can wait for a moment.
So, okay, thank you very much,
Thank
everyone.
you,
Okay,
Doctor.
hope to see you again in other events, inshallah. Okay,
Inshallah. Thank you,
okay.
Doctor. Okay, so for the first lucky participant, okay, everyone see what's the name? Nur Fatiha. Okay. Nur Fatiha, can you comment on the live if you are still in the live? Nur Fatiha. Okay, for the second winner, we have Haris. Haris, please comment. Okay, and the last lucky participant, sorry, Vinska Tiara Putri Rorim Pandey. Okay, um, okay, for all the winner, you can chat with us in the chat with our team to claim your giveaway present. All right. Um, unfortunately, unfortunately, our session is over. So thank you so much for your participants' time and also attention. That's all from me. Thank you.